rock on my hand, make the rock wanna flock to the stands, cause my eye always watch. I said, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. And I said, loser. Why the always coming out the woodwork? Don't know why she mad, cause ain't nothing I did to her. She just out here plotting on my, I call her steward. She the lowest, she so down and out of sewer. Quota, back your age, you immature. Maybe one day you gon' create some allure. Maybe one day you'll be great and go on tour. Like me, hey, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Ay.
Go, shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a, it's not your birthday. You can find me in the club, full of, mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, you in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of, mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, you in the getting. When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on dub. When I roll 20 deep, it's always drama in the club. Now that I roll with Dre, everybody show me love. When you sell like Eminem, you get plenty of groupie love. But homie, ain't nothing changed, rolls down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cutting, man. Watch how I move, you mistake before I play up. Been hit with a but I don't walk with a limp. In the hood, in the LA, they saying 50, you hot. They like me, I want them to love me like they love pop. But holla in New York, show to tell you I'm local. When the plan is to put the rap game in the choke. I'm fully focused, man. My money on my mind, got a meal out the deal, and I'm still in the grind. Now shorty say she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. A girl from Wooded, they ready to find me in the club. Full of, mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, you in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of, mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, you in the getting. My flow, my show brought me to go. That brought me all my fancy things. My grip, my cars, my clothes, my shoes. Look on me, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you be happy I made it. I'm that cat by the bar to the good life. Moved out the hood, now you tryna pull me back, right? Get the bumpin' in the club, it's on. I'm with my eyes to chicks, if she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn. If they're talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks for me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside there with a, come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club, full of, mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come get me.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Let's go now. 19 Lions.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Another carry for him. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
70 range, 70 range. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They motion the tight end over.
Go.
2nd and 6 now. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the crush for moving the chains that time.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Stays. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing off the play fake here. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Simple dive up the middle. Stiff arm success. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here he goes on the bootleg. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that, a huge sack for this defense.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Browns are lined up to punt. And he's hoping for good results on his first look of the night. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Able to get it to Franklin. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
One quarter done, 3 to go in this battle. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. He's on the move. They connect on the deep shot. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Throwing it again here. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll throw it again. Called in left side. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back now, pressure on its way. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running for it. And he nearly broke it for 6. He steps in at the 3-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Oilers get the game his first points here in the second. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He's got room to roam here. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns start to fight back with their first points of this game. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
18 take. 19 take.
Throwing now from the gun. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the... He's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. The Oilers need only one to take the lead. Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Oilers break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the handoff. Jukes one defender. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
The best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Now it's a bootleg for him. He's going deep this time.
What?
This is caught inside
What?
the 15. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Browns tie things up at 14. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Returns looking good so far. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Headed out right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Third and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here's the snap on 4th. Connecting on a slant. And he's out of bounds, past midfield. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Still sticking with the passing game. Looking slant route, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Dumped off to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 19. Escapes the pocket. Complete right side to Washington. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it sets up a Houston first. Blown back, it's the handoff. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
The humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Check smash. Let's go now.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's in for the touchdown. The Oilers get some late points and the lead. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Oilers break that tie and now lead by 7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing now on 1st down. He put everything he had into this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground.
Get the fuck out of here with that
Finally bring
bullshit.
him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
They go play action on 1st. Gets this one to Patrick. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
79 Bronco. Come on. Set. Bronco 80. 18, Pioneer.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw.
Get the
And
fuck out
someone
of
stepped
here.
in, it's intercepted. And the Browns get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
It's a gain of 2, and that halves the distance. It brings up 2nd and goal from the 2. Going ground game again here. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Browns start the second half with some needed points. Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Browns tie this game at 21. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Caught, nice gain left side. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. They get 40 on the big hitter. And it sets up a Houston first. Sets them up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Oilers take a third-quarter lead. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Oilers break that tie and now lead by 7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. They'll run here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 32. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. It's picked up by the defense.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throwing now, following the turnover. Getting out to his left. He takes it himself. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Completed over the middle. Has some room to work. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Oilers grow their lead off the turnover. Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Oilers double their lead to 14. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
2nd and 8. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's spending so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Oilers getting back on his 6th interception of the season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here we go, set.
Slot man in motion right. Handoff on 2nd and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Let's go. Ready?
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Dropping back to throw. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's got it up to midfield and into Brown's territory. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Gonna have to take a few moments as they come out to look at him. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Go. Go.
First throw for the backup now. He's going deep. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Ready?
Back now, pressure on its way. He's looking deep once again.
What
And it's
the
going to be incomplete. Couldn't
They
connect
caught
to
that
extend the
shit, bro.
drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
This one's taken in by Hill. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. All right, set now, 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Second and 10 now. Completes this one to Hill. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's a gain of 22. And that gives the Browns a first. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That's the end of the 3rd. On after a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A tight end in motion now. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They give it to him
Come
again.
on, bro. You missed the
And he
fucking
won't
block,
salvage
bro.
that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
No return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They put a receiver in motion here left. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Gets everything he has under this wanted hill, but it's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Oilers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go now.
On first down, they'll run. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
It is Cup, left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up a Houston first.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Look into the air here. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They kick the running back in motion. The back grabs it. And in for the Houston touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Browns 14 points back. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw. That's Hill working the sideline, complete. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. They took a look just to be safe. You always appreciate that, but the call on the field stands. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 1. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here he is to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. Putting the tight end in motion. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. To throw. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Approaching the final minute here. They need to find a way to defy the odds and get this back. And they recover this one without a problem. The onside attempt fails. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go, set.
Now a give on the counter. And he only gets a little here, down inside the 35. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst, the quickness of pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Flush down now to his left. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Let's go.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Ooh, play clock running out. D'Amico Ryans calls for a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. The Oilers about set to punt. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Back to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Oilers, as we'll see you next time from Houston.